Hi there. As you can see, I've moved. New house, who dis? I underestimated just how much I was going to have to be doing for this, and so I didn't want to leave you guys hanging, leave you without a video for the day. So instead, I thought we'd do something a little fun. The official Knights Radiant order quiz. Someone asked me in the last video what order I actually was, and so I figured we'd just go through it. It's gonna be tons of fun. This was made by Brandon himself, so you know everything's gonna be canon. He knows exactly what order every single person that takes this is. Heart on my sleeve or poker face? I don't know. I like that Lady Gaga song, but I think we're more poker face. I think I'm gonna go with poker face. You know, I'm confident on the inside, but I need a little bit of, hey, you did a good job there. Feels good. Feels nice. I like it. So we're gonna go like, you know, I think through like a quarter of my decisions. I think that's a lot of decisions to think through. And then everything else is just hot takes, do it. I like books. I don't fight. I like books. I don't train the body. I train the mind. Wolf pack or lone wolf? I love hanging out in my room, just doing my own thing, but I think I'm a bit more wolf packy. Let's go with like thirds. 2/3 wolf packy, 1/3 not wolf packy. Peacemaker Firebrand, I got hot takes. I'm gonna throw hot takes at you. If you're trying to like put water on a situation, I'm just gonna change that out with gasoline. I have infinite argument stamina, so definitely big Firebrand. I'm probably more skeptical. I just need to see things to believe them. I like facilitator and leader. It's not follower and leader. I think I'm probably definitely more likely to lead a team to it than anything else. I don't like cats. Cats are a -10. I always think of what are their names? Hold on. This is important. This is who I think of. I think of Rita and Runt. You know, I'm not at all like, I'm all about my Runt boy here. This is my man. So definitely 100% guard dog. I don't think there's something that I do that I'm not passionate about. I think I argue passionately. I think I enjoy things and always take that to 100. It's very hard for me to not put my all into something like that, for sure. Heart versus head. Heart versus head. I think I definitely more head. Flamboyant or reserved? Flamboyant is like will shapers are super flamboyant, but they don't necessarily have to be. They want to represent who they really are on the outside, and if that's being flamboyant or being pretty like Spartan in what they appear as, it's still will shapery, which I think is really cool. So this slider is like actually not super. You can go either way and still be a will shaper. This is kind of like a non-important one to determine if you're a will shaper or not. I think that like definitely some of these are weighted to determine certain schools versus others, which is cool. But I think I'm more. I think it really depends. If I'm like with people, like I'm all out there. I throw out everything I can. But if I'm just like with strangers or something, I'm definitely significantly more reserved. I'm like for 60-40, yeah, 65. I'm all spirit of the law. That's really easy for me. I have no discipline. I lack all discipline. I can't even keep a schedule to like get up at the same time every single day. I get up when my spirit feels free from the bed. Obedient or rebellious, I'm not one to go against instructions unless I think that the instructions are dumb. So that probably puts me here. I like doing things. And if I think that whatever the rule is stupid, I'm gonna break it. Creative or conventional, you know, I don't like change too much, but I do like doing the creation thing. I do like art. I do like music. I do like all these things. And I definitely prefer something to be new and ingenuitive than old in that way. So I think let's go creative here. Dependable or flexible? Maybe this is the way you act in situations and not like if someone can depend on you. So if it's likely that I'll react the same way every time to like a similar situation, I am dependable, but you might not be able to tell how I'll react, so I'm pretty flexible. I think that's how I'm gonna read this. I don't know, this is a weird one, because otherwise it's like, I'm a good friend, or like I can do the splits, and that doesn't make sense to me. Sorry. You know, people know how to send me over the top, but I'm trying to be conscious of that. I'm trying to make sure that I don't get caught in those traps, but you know, a lot of the time I have the same hot reactions to when someone tries to stir the pot with me. I'm constantly thinking about books. I'm constantly thinking about other worlds. I'm constantly thinking about games. You know, like maybe once in a month I'll think, you know, investments and real world stuff, but nah, definitely all the way up there. I'm up in the space galaxies. Thinking outside the box or colors inside the lines. Thinking outside the box is probably where I'm at. That's like a big thing they teach you. First thing they teach you when you go to school is like how to think like a computer science person. And they're like, you gotta think outside the box. You gotta make sure you're doing stuff, solving problems, thinking of new ways to do things. So let's do that. I'm always tense. My muscles have never unflexed from how tense I perpetually am. Let's be real. Probably here. Yeah, we'll do that, okay? That's fine. Okay, that's it. I like my stability. I don't like things changing too much. While I do like my day-to-day stuff to be pretty stable, when something has to change, I'm one of the first people to dive in on that, so 100%. Planner and spontaneous. I tend to just do things. I'll think about like the pros and cons for quite some time. I'll never like put a plan together. I'll just think of like what the bad potentials are. See, so ends justify the means and honorable actions is a bit of a weird question, right? I like to think that I most of the time am acting honorably, but there are just times where I feel like I know that the end result is going to be significantly better, but like this middle part's going to suck a lot, and I do subscribe to that having to happen sometimes. We'll leave it here, I think. It's very hard for me to be serious. I think if I'm in any kind of situation, I'm almost never going to try and be serious. I think there are enough people trying to be serious. I can be serious when I need to be, but most of the time, even in, you know, any kind of important scenario, I'm the one that's normally trying to keep people up, keep all the spirits up, tells the truth and bends the truth. But I think for the most part, I'm pretty truthful, especially when it matters, and that's important. I love my taking things apart. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. For like some situations, 100%. If it ain't broke, I'm not trying to complicate things. I'm definitely the kind of person who wants to see if something can be done a little bit better than what we're currently accepting as the best. None of that. We ain't camping at all. I like the outdoors. I like hikes. I like doing all those things. But as soon as it becomes nighttime, it's spooky. It's uncomfy, there are bugs, there are bears. I don't need any of that. So while I do like the outside, I think for the nighttime portion, the hotel's for me. I like boxing. I like MMA. I've never seen fencing. I've never watched a fence. A fence? I'll pay you $2 to paint this fence for me. I don't really, that's all about like the ripple. I think I like boxing more. I think it's got less tippy tappy, oh you touched me, and more like I'm gonna knock your brains out. I think that one is fine, because if you get tippy tapped by a fencing stick, you got a point. Oh no, I have a point down. But if you get punched in the face, that's you're fighting for more than just those points, and I think that that's cool. Artistic or scientific? This is a hard one. This is probably one of the hardest ones on here. I like reading fantasy books, and I'm not super all about the real books. I'm pretty good at programming and math. I like music. I like space. I think we're gonna leave this at 50. Book smart or street smart? I think I'm definitely significantly more book smart than I am street smart, just because I am one to research everything I can before I run into a situation. So normally I'm going into a situation with book smarts, and then I supplement that afterwards after having experienced it. But 9 times out of 10, if you ask me something, I'm answering from book smarts and not from a pure experience. Paladin or rogue? I'm a paladin all the way. I don't like the sneaky. I don't like the poisons and the veils and the pickpocketing. I'm not about that. I'm paladin, 100%. Competitive or casual? You know, I have a hard time doing anything really casually. If you look at even like multiplayer games that I play, I only really care about competitive. I don't really enjoy playing casuals unless I'm specifically going to mess around. If I want to actually play the game though, I'm diving into competitive for sure. The last one is transparency or need to know. I think I'm probably need to know. I like to keep my own stuff to my own thing. If it's not something that's gonna, you know, impact you in any way importantly, like, why do you need to know? Why do you need to be bothered by that? That's my own thing. Don't worry about it. You were chilling. Now it's time. We say them. We say the first oath. Life before death. Journey before what are the words? Life before death, strength before weakness, journey before destination. Let's go. Hey, we got it. We got there. We are Lightweaver. If you want to hear more about any of the different Radiant orders, go check out my previous video on them. I'll put a little linky in the thingy. Mere survival isn't enough unless there is something to live for. It's a big thing. Every time I read this about the Lightweavers, it stands by. I stand by it, I think. This is really important to not only do something, but to enjoy doing it. That's why I'm here. That's why I want to talk about books on YouTube. Let's take a look at what else we could have gotten here. We're a Lightweaver, and we're almost a Will Shaper and a Windrunner. These are all pretty close. So, but like definitely a significant jump for Lightweaver from Will Shaper, so that makes sense. And then we're like 40% cop, and we are definitely not bondsmiths or dustbringers. I'm happy with this. Yeah. I could be a Lightweaver. Me and Shallan could be friends. That's pretty dope. I think it's interesting I got Lightweaver despite me not really liking being a rogue. I don't think I would be a part of Vale's team for sure. I'm interested to see how else Lightweavers will be used in the books. Maybe we find out in Rhythm of War. You should probably be reading that instead of watching this, but I'm thankful you watched this. If you found this fun, if you got a little bit of entertainment out of it, hit that like button. And you know, if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. I can't wait. I've got this new space to record in. I'm moved in. I've got my next Rhythm of War thing is is going to be coming out. I know the book came out already, but you know, some people haven't read it yet, so it might be good for them still. And it's just a good collection of knowledge that we have. I'm going to be reading Mistborn as well, since I haven't actually read that series yet, and maybe we'll get some insights there. Thank you so much for checking in here. I hope you have a great day. Stay lit.